Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will discuss about the part 2 of the animal kingdom. The first concept is the symmetry. Animals can be categorized on the basis of their symmetry. Animals can be categorized on the basis of their symmetry. Animals can be categorized means they can be kept under a specific categories or a specific groups on the basis of their symmetry. Sponges are mostly asymmetrical, that is, any plane that passes through the center does not divide them into two equal halves. Sponges are mostly asymmetrical. Sponges, these are the organisms which belongs to the porifera. These are mostly asymmetrical. Means they do not have any kind of specific symmetry. The actual definition is any plane that passes through the center that does not divide them into equal halves. And the next point, when any plane passing through the central axis of the body divides the organism into two identical halves, it is called as radial symmetry. For example, if you take an organism, if I pass any plane through the central axis of the body, that plane divides the organisms into two identical halves. Not only in one specific kind of plane, any plane. That kind of symmetry is called as the radial symmetry. Coelentrates, ctenophores and echinoderms have this kind of body plane. Coelentrate, ctenophores and echinoderms, these are the phyla of the animal kingdom. These three phyla exhibit this kind of radial symmetry. Next, animals like annelids, arthropods, etc., where the body can be divided into identical left and right halves in only one plane, exhibit bilateral symmetry. Animals like annelids and arthropods, these two phyla, annelids and arthropods, these exhibit a special kind of symmetry. That kind of symmetry is called as the bilateral symmetry. In this bilateral symmetry, the body can be divided into identical left and right halves. Identical left and right halves in only one plane. But in radial symmetry, in every plane, in any plane it will be divided, but in bilateral symmetry, in only one plane these will be divided into identical left and right halves. Yes, these are the pictures which are given in the NCERT textbook. First one is the radial symmetry and second one is the bilateral symmetry. If you see the first picture, any plane divides the organism into identical halves, but in bilateral symmetry only one plane had divided the organism into two equal halves. Next one, diploblastic and triploblastic. Triploblastic organization. Yes, animals in which the cells are arranged in two embryonic layers. Here diploblastic means simply two germ layers. Triploblastic means three germ layers. Every organism except the first phyla, that is porifera, remaining all organisms have germ layers. These germ layers are either two types. First one is the diploblastic and second one is the triploblastic. First one, animals in which the cells are arranged into embryonic layers, an external ectoderm and an internal endoderm are called diploblastic animals. Example, coelentrates. In diploblastic animals, they have only two germ layers. First one is an external ectoderm and second one is the internal endoderm. These animals have only two layers, external ectoderm and internal endoderm. These kind of animals are called as the diploblastic animals. Example, coelentrates. Next one, an undifferentiated layer, mesoglea, is present between the ectoderm and endoderm. an undifferentiated layer, mesoglea is present. In the diploblastic animals, between this ectoderm and endoderm, an undifferentiated layer is present. It is quietly different from the ectoderm and endoderm. That layer is called as the mesoglea. That mesoglea is present between this ectoderm and endoderm in diploblastic animals. Example for the diploblastic animals are coelentrates. Here diplo means 2, triplo means 3. Yes, in which those animals in which the developing embryo has a third germinal layer, mesoderm, in between the ectoderm and endoderm are called triploblastic animals. Example, Platyhelminthes to chordates. In some animals, during the embryonic development, they have 3 germ layers. Those kind of animals are called as the triploblastic animals. First one is the external ectoderm, middle one is the mesoderm, and the inner one is the internal endoderm. These animals have 3 germ layers. Those animals are called as the triploblastic animals. Examples for these are Platyhelminthes to chordates. Next one, yes. See, the first one indicates the diploblastic animals, whereas the second one indicates the triploblastic animals. First one is the diploblastic, second one is the triploblastic. Next one. That's all, my friends. Thank you very much. If you like this video, please like and please share to your friends and classmates, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.